Hi, I'm James Solheim, author of It's Disgusting and We Ate It and The Only Alex Addleston in All These Mountains, a book about best friends who have all kinds of fun together, including sending secret codes and catching fireflies together. I'm going to tell you how to get fireflies to glow more in a jar. The most important thing is to have a tall jar because fireflies want to go up and show off their glow. I also put tall grass that reaches from bottom to top inside the jar because that makes the fireflies feel that they're more out in nature. Fireflies are one of the easiest insects to catch by hand, and it's most fun to just go out before it gets dark at dusk and grab them out of the air and put them into your jar. Make sure you do this with adults helping you. It's best with a partner anyway. One person has a holding jar to put the fireflies into after you catch them. Make sure you're chasing fireflies in a safe place where you won't fall and get hurt or get hit by a car, and make sure they really are fireflies, not bumblebees looking for raspberry pollen like this guy here, or honeybees just trying to do their job. If it never flashes, it's not a firefly. Stay away from this mean old yellow jacket. The traditional way to catch fireflies is to just swing the jar through the air and catch them directly into the jar. Once it gets completely dark, though, you really need to have a net and a flashlight if you want to keep catching fireflies. The fireflies you see flying around in the air are males, looking around for females. If you can find a firefly sitting on a leaf or a blade of grass with a long, slow flash, maybe flashing more and longer than one flying up in the air, that's going to be a female firefly. And if you can catch a female firefly and put it in your jar, the other fireflies are going to want to flash more because really they're showing off for the female. Here's a picture of a male and female. I thought that I was just catching a female, but after I whooshed them into the jar, there they were. The female has more black on its abdomen, so see the one with the blacker segment here? That's the female. The ones I show here are the most common type of firefly by far in the United States, at least east of the Rocky Mountains. There are many different types of fireflies, and some others might look different from this. Female fireflies are way harder to find than male fireflies. One touch will knock them off of the leaf into the grass below, and then they stop flashing so you can't find them. What I like to do is put the jar right next to the female firefly and a little below and sweep her into the jar. Treat her with care because she's going to lay eggs in the ground after you let her go so that you can have fireflies next year. Once you've caught a jar full of fireflies, keep it in a dark place. That way they will continue to think that it's nighttime. A fairly dark place is good enough. In fact, I think that fireflies flash more at dusk than they do when it's completely dark later in the night, although they do continue to flash well after the sun goes down. The next thing that I find really helpful in getting fireflies to flash is to turn the jar upside down when they get to the top of the jar. I find that they're most likely to flash when they're going up, as if they were going up to show off for the female. So there's some firefly psychology for you. Of course, every firefly has a mind of its own. These are just some hints to get you a few more firefly flashes than you might have otherwise. Now comes the most important thing of all, and that is letting your fireflies go. Because you want fireflies next year, and if you don't let your fireflies go to lay eggs, then you won't have a nice crop of fireflies to watch next year. So I unscrew the top of my jar and I watch them fly away into my backyard. And I put the female gently on a leaf in my backyard because I want her to burrow down and lay eggs for next year. If you don't have a backyard, find some place with dirt to put your female, or if you don't have a female, to let your male fireflies fly away. Thanks for listening to me, and I hope you have fun catching fireflies, getting them to flash, and taking care of them for next year. Because if you find a firefly place with lots of fireflies and you take care of it, you'll find fireflies there year after year. Here's my book again, The Only Alex Addleston in All These Mountains. It's all about kids who have lots of firefly fun and lots of other adventures together. They are best friends, no matter what.